Good evening, everybody. This is your stay-at-home grandma, and I'm just bringing you the intro for the Wednesday night Blab for artists, crafters, writers, and poets. And this really does start Wednesday from 9 to 11. And it'll be this Wednesday, February the whatever that Wednesday, the 3rd. And it will be on Blab, okay? And my Blab number will be in the profile up in the section, and then also I will write it before the comment section in YouTube. I'm going to give a shout out to No Guts No Glory and to the life of this housewife and to Big Dude. Really going to talk about artists and what art is to me anyway, so that we can get a clue of who best fits this or who wants to best fit it. Because I also look at art in food. I look at art in upcycling. I look at art with paintings and drawings, and I look at art with a very, very good eye. I think I have a good eye anyway, but everybody always thinks their eye is good. I look at poets. Okay, I don't know a doggone thing about poetry, so I'm looking for poets who want to come on and share their poetry, to speak their spoken word, okay, or to just speak their poems. I'm looking for writers. Those writers out there that are now self-publishing are actually getting ahead of a lot of the people who have publishers, because most of the self-publishers, I self-published 2 books. I have a third one. Actually, I have 2 books to be published. I'm going to self-publish them, and then I am going to ebook some of them, and then, of course, they're on Kindle. But those people who are writers and thinkers are not just writers. We're creative. And because somebody tells you no all the time when you send in your portfolios of things that you've written and things like that, that doesn't mean that you're not a writer. That doesn't mean that you're not a good writer. So this is a good platform to get out there and let people know, hey, this is what I wrote. Read a couple of little excerpts in your book on this show. Okay, and come be with us and let people know who you are. Okay, again, I look at art differently than other people, because you may be a food blogger or something, because I couldn't put in all the things I want to do. Bloggers are also people who are coming up in the world. Okay, and you may be a food blogger or whatever, and food is an art. If you're really an artist, food is an art. A beautiful plate. What do you eat with? You eat with your eyes, right? And when you're eating with your eyes, you're saying to yourself, oh, this looks good. Sometimes it looks so good. Okay, let's be real about it. Okay, you don't even want to eat it, but you do. Okay, and sometimes it looks better than it tastes. So those kinds of things are what I want to bring to the table. What I want to because like I said, there's a lot of good blab on here, don't get me wrong, but it's mostly about business. It is not about the artists. Okay, and that's what I want to bring forth. And if anybody wants to come in, you can come in if you want to. We have a couple of people here, but that's up to you, because you might want to ask some questions, or there might be some things that you want to know, and then you might want to tell me something that I don't yet know. Nick Hernandez. What did I do? Okay. You're not. What am I doing that's not letting you come in? Got it. They change things up on you so fast here. You're not coming in though. Well, Dr. Nick Hernandez is trying to come on the air, and he's not getting there. I gave him some love. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. And they kind of changed the format on me. So, but you should be able to get in. Maybe you need to go out, Dr. Hernandez, and then come back in again, if you will, please. So we have an open seat. Dr. Hernandez is going to try to come back in again. So Dr. Hernandez, just come back in again.
Hey, there we are.
There you go.
Okay. Let me get this light a little better. Can
So
you
you
hear
want
me?
to tell me something about yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Because yes, loud and clear. I usually have a microphone because I do Blabs on Sunday night. We do a thing Sunday evenings called Meet the Voter, and there's always 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans.
Oh, that ought to be funny.
But we have rules. One is we never insult each other. We don't yell or call names. And, you know, in the past few months, I've made some great friends with people who are diametrically opposite just about everything I believe, you know. But with rules to be civil, we become friends. And we discuss everything. You know, I'm a Bernie freak. I'm a political junkie.
You know what? It's funny. You're Bernie freak.
Pardon me?
I'm liking Bernie Sanders.
Oh, please. I mean, the man, he's the only person running on either side with any integrity. And nobody questions him. You know, of all the candidates, he is the only one that's showing up for work. You know, he is the only one that's, he's been there for every single vote. Excuse me, doctor, it's Donia Gonzales.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to turn the light on over here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm a sculptor, and I'm a professor from Chapman University, and I'm about we've been doing this Blab site, you know, the Meet the Voter site, and it's been wonderful, you know. And then today I was on another site chatting with a lady from Ireland, and it's just amazing how, you know, you can go anywhere with this. And you're the first art site that I've seen that said anything about art, and I have a doctorate in art, and so you know, it's my passion, and I'm opening 2 galleries this month in Laguna Beach, California.
Nice.
Yeah, it was going to be one gallery, and suddenly another gallery got dumped in our laps. Just amazing, right down at Main Beach in a really beautiful spot. Where are you?
I'm actually in Delaware.
Delaware. Okay, yeah, I'm on
originally, but I live in Delaware now.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm a California native Californian. I'm in Southern California, Laguna Beach. Mm-hmm. So, as this morning when we were chatting, I said, you know, I really want to do an art show, and you know, I've been around. I've won several international medals, done shows at the Guggenheim, and I've been an art commissioner, and you know, on and on. So I've got a lot of great artist friends who are, you know, just top of the line. So why not have I was thinking of trying to have a relevant art show, and so my brother-in-law came up with the idea of connecting people with art on Blab, and my Twitter handle is hashtag Ask Hernandez. So I'm about to form that, which is when I stumbled onto seeing your site right now. I thought I'd come and chat. To maybe you'd like to come to our show also and give us your feelings about art and its relevance in our culture and our society. And you know, we right now, you know, STEM, the acronym, you know, science, technology, engineering, and math. Yeah. And there's a STEM organization that was started in 2008, and there's a STEM organization in every school, every grammar school, middle school, high school, and every college campus. There's at least one, and sometimes several.
Hold on 1 second. Ryan Dupree, do you want to come in? Somebody that was saying hello to somebody. Okay, go ahead. Okay, hello? No, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, he's back in again. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, do you sometimes I just go back and refresh, and it seems to do the trick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Blab stops like that.
Yeah.
So STEM was started in 2008 by the Department of Education, and because they realized that not enough of our kids were studying science, engineering, technology, math. They were, you know, into the humanities and law and business and things like that. So it's nudged a lot of kids towards the sciences. But in 2014, there was a convention of high-powered CEOs in DC, and there was a constant complaint about not having a lack of creativity in their workforce. So the Department of Education added the letter A, and now it's STEAM, and it's steamrolling STEM. It's taking over, and it's science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
Well, there's art and science and everything, I think.
Absolutely. You know, I'm a sculptor, and you know, if it wasn't for math, my pieces wouldn't be what they are. If it wasn't, you know, for and the lectures that I give, always, you know, we talk about quantum physics. And, you know, I'm always urging all the kids to practice an art, not so much to be an artist, but to dive into that infinite potentiality that is creativity and is art. Because can you think of any career that doesn't require creativity? So
Yes.
obviously, yeah. So you want to practice creativity, and that's what practicing an art does. And
even when you think about, I was a school counselor, but I was also a family and children counselor. That's what I specialize in. And I worked in like a rehab for a while, for about almost 8 years. And one of the things that I found out, we would get a lot of people that came in from prison, and even that person that had emotional problems, so to speak, okay, because you know, drinking and drugs and alcohol stems from emotional trauma, all right, and even that person that had emotional trauma, okay, there was some kind of artistic flair to them, and they didn't even know it. So I would do a lot of art things with them. I think in the beginning, had they have had art therapy when I was going to school, I would have been an art therapist, but it didn't happen. So, you know, I'm way past going back to school now. But
yeah, me too.
I'm retired. I actually taught at Wilmington College, which is now Wilmington University, so part-time.
Yeah,
but
great. Yeah,
I've always loved art.
Yeah. It's you know, life is art. I mean, really. I tell the kids, you know, when I go in front of, usually they'll have like 2 or 3 classes. And so I maybe, you know, 40, 50 kids I'll be lecturing in front of. And I can always tell the kids that are artists, you know, you can just see them. They kind of glow, you know, they dress a little different, and, you know, they act, but I tell the kids, you know, like so many will say things like, oh, I'm not artistic. And I say, well, but don't you remember creating yourself? You created your walk by looking at your peers. You created your smile by looking at your peers and the people around you. You are your own piece of art. I see it all the time. And so I'm always encouraging any of the students to go ahead and practice an art, anything. Draw, sculpt, carve. I carve wood. I love to carve wood. You know, write poems, dance, cook, garden, anything.
Right? Exactly.
Anything that to be creative, and what it does for the brain and the spirit. And, you know, it's like polishing your soul. I think it's really a critical thing in that so I'm so glad that the Department of Education is now emphasizing art as a part of it, you know.
Right.
And I have a little company called Steam Talks, and we're archiving, you know, different individuals like TED Talks, but with STEAM, and you know, trying to partake in events. So, you know, at different universities, and we've got a thing called Imaginology, which is a STEAM powered event, but the demographic is 14 and under. So trying to get them excited about science. And I just got you know, those hands and arms that they can make on a 3D laser printer. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Oh my God. this young man was pursuing a double doctorate, one in medicine and one in engineering, and in the Midwest. And a couple of years ago, he put a team together, and they came up with a prosthetic hand that you can make on a laser printer, a 3D laser printer, for about $50. And I have a video where there's a kid whose hand ended right here, and they stuck this on right over the top, and it has sensors inside. And as soon as he put it on, the kid started going like this with this prosthetic hand, and they don't make it look like a hand, but they make it look like the Transformers or Iron Man. They make them green and yellow and red and gold. So this little kid who was somewhat of a freak without a hand suddenly becomes a superhero in his class, or her class. So a friend of mine just went to Cambodia and put 80 of those on kids over there. He came back, he had one. And so we're going to take this arm and we're at a laser printer, and we're going to show the videos to these kids. And, you can do legs, you can do whatever. And, some kids maybe only have 2 fingers or a thumb and so you can configure it different ways, and they make it. So if you have a kid that's in need and you have access to a laser printer, this group will download all the information for free. So yeah, it's wonderful. Oh, it's just awesome.
There's just so much out there that, and people really don't know. Because right now I'm into upcycling art. Okay. I've gone hippie again. Okay. I've gone rogue hippie and everything. And for some reason or other, I was watching something a couple of years ago on YouTube. And I said, I can do that. So I've been taking things and remaking them and revamping them. I've taken sweaters and done things with them, and stuff. And it's amazing what we throw away. Okay. And I was actually doing something. My granddaughter had a science project, and I've been showing her how to do the solar system and everything with toilet paper rolls. Okay. And she was amazed at what we were doing. And I didn't know, but I think it's eBay sells toilet paper rolls. So, somebody out there is doing something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was really shocked when I was on Blab, because I was on Blab with a couple of my friends, that, there was nothing on Blab for artists, nothing at all.
Right. So, and I noticed yours, so I came on. I'm glad to meet you. And we'll, you'll probably see, it'll be connecting people with art on Blab, and I hopefully within the week we'll have it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be interviewing some artists, and then just asking for anybody to come in and comment as we do.
Mine starts this Wednesday. It'll be every Wednesday night, so people will get a chance to come in and share their art. And like I said, it can be any kind of art, something that the person made or something that the person wrote. They can, as long as they keep it clean. That's the only thing that I ask.
Well, let me show you a butterfly that I carved. I can bring it up, but I hope it's not too risque. But here it is.
No,
it's a woman's body. And
no, but that's not risque to me.
Yeah, we had it's so. Let's see if it's back here. They had a butterfly initiative in Orange County here, and they asked me to carve a butterfly, and because I do figurative. Of course, the body, this was going to be a regular butterfly, but of course it turned into this. My penchant for loving the female body, but I do figurative, I do figurative wood carving and also bronze, busts of different people. I did a bust of Obama, and Michelle Obama loves it. I did even though I don't really like figurative portraiture, it's tedious and it's been done. But let's see. If you don't mind me sharing, I'll show you.
Oh, no, I don't, because I've done pottery, but I had a stroke, so I haven't gone back to it. I probably will go back to it eventually.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, that's a high relief wood carving of Chelsea Clinton.
Okay.
And it was given to Hillary. I gave it to her at the San Francisco Art Institute. It was commissioned by the Boxer family, Barbara Boxer, our senator from out here,
Mhm.
whose daughter was married to Hillary's brother,
Oh,
Anthony. And it made Hillary cry when she got it. So, and then here is the bust of Obama that I did.
oh, that's beautiful.
It's a bronze. Yeah, Michelle likes it too. So, these are just a few. I'll show you one last piece. This is a high relief, or I mean, a full sculpture, a wood carving I did.
It's pretty, very pretty.
Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway, that's basically what I'm doing now. Even though I'm going to be opening up two galleries, we were going to just open up one, but then another one got laid right in our laps, right in the middle of town, and we are. Laguna Beach has the highest percentage of income directly related to art. 25% of the income of our town is art-based, and the next closest is Miami with 11%. And so, but we have art festivals and public art, and I was an art commissioner here. That's why I know all the demographics. And so now actually thousands of municipalities all across the country are using Laguna Beach as a template, because they're realizing that it makes money to support your artists, to have art festivals, to have public art, and not only that, it just upgrades lifestyle.
There's a question for you. When do your galleries open?
Well, they'll both be open within a month. And the exact dates are, we have every first Thursday, we have an art walk here. So the whole town, all the galleries are open, and, the restaurants, and everybody puts on a little something. So we don't want to open on that art walk day, but we'll open a week after. That way we can advertise. We'll have like a soft opening, and then we'll advertise our grand opening. And we're just it's a new adventure, because I've never been a gallerist. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, I hated galleries for the most part, because the gallerists that I've met almost exclusively don't really know art, and they treat us.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Oh boy, they overdress, and they treat us like we're the help. And I've walked out of some really beautiful galleries, in like Palos Verdes.
I really don't think that the galleries actually understand the artists. Okay, so they're very picky about what they choose. Okay, there are some galleries. We have a few galleries in Delaware, and there's one that I really, really like, because it gives a lot of what we call street art. Okay, but there's a lot of beauty in like this particular guy took an old sofa, an antique sofa, and covered it in some kind of leather that had some sparkle and glitter to it, but it wasn't loud. It was actually beautiful, but there are a couple of galleries around that are kind of snobby. So when you walk in, and I mean, I know how to dress, but sometimes when I come from, yoga and stuff like that, I'm in my yoga pants and things like that. And they just kind of like look at you like, where'd she come from, And then when they realize,
like that, we're much too casual out here for that, but now we do have, since we do have access to two galleries, one gallery will be emerging artists. And more locals, and the other will be working, well, we're pretty much holding it to award-winning artists, which to keep the quality as high as we can. And we get like 3 million tourists a year, something like that. Or is it 30 million? Oh God, it's 30 million. 30 million tourists. It's a tourist town. We're on the beach, and we have these major festivals, and we can have as many. There's only 22,000 people live in my town, but there are often over 50,000 people, visitors here. So we get a lot of tourist traffic, and the markets are rarefied, because it's really the kind of art that I sell, and the people I will be showing with are, it's rather expensive. But there's a lot of local artists and students coming up, and emerging artists. So there's enough of a crowd here that we can sell their stuff, and we can sell our stuff along with it. And so we're getting a lot of support so far from the town. So far, so good. I'm a little spooked out about it, but might as well
Yeah.
give it a shot.
That's why I decided to start this one because, like I said, I looked around on Blab, and there'd be some nights when I would be working and I would want to just, go in and find some artists who were working and stuff like that. And there was nothing on there. There was one time, and it was, I don't know, it was Come Paint With Me and whatever, but I haven't seen her again.
Right. I saw one this morning called Art and Consciousness, and I went on there, but they were just about to end their show. So it's funny with this light, my teeth look like they're yellow.
I didn't even know.
I'm just looking at, just noticing it. Wow, it's. I guess I'll have to work on the lighting at night, but it's all good.
Yep.
Okay, Donia. Well, I'm going to go and thank you. Yeah. It's great meeting you. I followed you. And
when is your political night again?
Sundays at 6:00. Meet the voter.
Oh, that ought to be interesting.
Yeah. Especially now during this, people are really into politics during the presidential election cycle. Because I'm on the board of directors of the Democratic Club here in Laguna. And we notice every 4 years, everybody's into politics. And for the next 3, nobody really gives a damn, or whatever. So, But now everybody's so excited. And I am so looking forward to Bernie. I've been working for that guy since he first started. And we do need a political revolution. Everything is so, Trump, I have no explanation for how anybody could possibly, and something else that I do know because of my association, I'm, been with the Boxer family a lot because I'm related through marriage. And, I'll show you something. This will crack you up. No, wait a minute. Okay. I know Hillary Clinton. She calls me Papa Nick because that's what the Boxer family calls me. And but I'm not going to vote for her because I see. Okay. No. Here, this is going to be funny. It'll crack you up. Oops. Oh, okay. Yeah, and this is on my Facebook page. Mm-hmm. And I've been with her a handful of times because she loves my art and she, relatives with the Boxer family and all that kind of stuff. But I don't trust her about as far as I could throw her. And I'd love to have a woman president. I really would love to have a woman president.
I don't think we're ready for a woman president yet. I'm still surprised that we voted for Obama, but that's another story that I'm not going to tell.
It was quite a moment, wasn't it?
I voted for him because Sarah Palin was running for vice president. I'm an independent voter, so I was really, headed for McLean because, he was in the war and he was a prisoner and blah, 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 so forth and so on. So I voted for Obama because there was no alternative.
Well, yeah, and Trump is worse. So
Well, I think what's going to happen, and this is just my prediction on this one, and I don't really, I'm not Madame Zora or anything like that, but I think Bernie Sanders is going to get in there by default because nobody knows who to vote for on either side. Okay?
That's exactly right.
That's how I feel.
And look, without a middle class, this whole country is going to fail. And 70% of the wealth that was built up after World War II has been drained all to the top. It's trickle up economy, and the middle class has been decimated. And they can't see that, without consumers, the corporations are going to go down. What are they going to just buy from each other? The 1%ers? That's just not realistic. And what we need is a strong middle class, and we need fairness and justice. And socialism stands for social justice. It's not, people, oh, it's giving everything away. And, Bernie's going to give away free college and, free healthcare to everybody. And look at the other countries that are doing that. They're thriving, and their college kids aren't loaded with a ridiculous debt. And when I go to Europe or to any of the countries that have single payer healthcare, they're happy. They're happier than we are. Cuba has, they've got a 4-year average lifespan longer than us. Okay, they're in terrible poverty, but anybody, you, I, we can go there and over in these other countries, they also believe that your teeth and eyes are a part of your body. So they take care of everything. And here we've got, no mental health care. We've got all these, one mass shooting a day. I mean, it's insanity going just berserk, and it's got to stop. We need to stop it in its tracks now. And the only person that can do that is Bernie. And
I do, even though we were talking about art, I do believe that. I really do believe that. I have to say hi to a couple of people that just came in. I want to say hi to Deborah Gold, and I want to say hi to Blue Chip Consulting. Yeah, I do believe that. I really do believe that Bernie is going to make it by default, because neither party is just, we're not ready for it. I don't dislike Trump. I do have to say that some of the things that he says are actually true, but he's just going about it in the wrong way. And it's kind of funny because he was once Democrat and now he's Republican. So I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, he was talking about the vets last night, making money for the vets, but yet he lobbied against them being able to sell their wares on the street of New York City. He's a hypocrite. But what I was going to say, what I started to say and didn't quite get my point out, is that on the Hill in DC, if you haven't been there, they will eat you alive. And it's not about business. It's not about making deals. It's nothing like that. It's pure politics. And if you don't know how to navigate and you don't have friends in deep places there, they're going to run over you and use you like a little kid. You'll be completely, Trump thinks he's a tough guy. He'll get eaten alive. Bernie's been on the Hill 45 years and he's never changed his line. I just saw a picture of him marching in Birmingham with Martin Luther King when he was a young man. Bernie has been there and has been doing the right thing. Trump is a bigot and a racist and a xenophobe. He is speaking to the least educated. Look at the demographics of his followers. They have the least college degrees, the most high school dropouts. That's who he's speaking to.
That's who he's speaking to, and you know what I mean. And he has a right to feel the way he feels. And the word bigot. And if anybody wants to come in to the seat, we have 2 open. But the word bigot doesn't bother me at all, because they're going to be among us, just like the poor are going to be among us.
Oh yeah, but a long time ago, I've given up hating anybody for being a racist.
Yeah.
I pity him. I just pity him. So, but when on our national scene right now, we really need somebody who is gonna help. There's we have 47 million people living in poverty. Hold on 1 second,
Clarice, you want to come in? You can if you want to. We're just talking about politics, but we were talking about art, and we just went off to the left.
Okay, well, listen, I'm going to go. Thank you. It was great meeting you, and we'll chat again.
Yes, we will. Okay, I will see you Wednesday night then.
Thank you, Donia.
All right, bye-bye. Anybody else want to get into the seat? Well, having said all that, again, this is the intro to Wednesday Night Blab for the artists, crafters, writers, and poets, and it will be from 9 to 11 starting this Wednesday. And what I would like for you to join us, and you ever notice how when you're on something, all of a sudden everything lights up? Okay, you can't see it, but my phone lit up and my cell phone lit up all at the same time. Anyway, if you don't want to get in or anything like that and talk about it or ask what we're going to do, I am going to get off now, and I will see you Wednesday at 9 o'clock. God bless you. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.